Kroger Tenderay Beef, no other beef so fresh can be so tender, presents Hearts in Harmony, transcribed.
You know, ladies, I've been in the meat business for many years. And during that time, I've never seen anything do anywhere near equal the freshness, the tenderness, and the juiciness of Kroger Tenderay Beef. But then you don't have to be an expert to know that Kroger Tenderay Beef is fresh-tasting, tender, and delicious. All that goodness is right there in every tempting bite. And it doesn't take an expert either to explain why Kroger Tenderay Beef is so scarce these days. The reason is simply that the farmers don't have any grain for cattle feeding, so Kroger's just can't get the top quality grades of beef, the kind that's only used for Kroger Tenderay. But one of these days we'll read in the newspapers that our good American grain has won the war against starvation overseas. And when that day comes, well, once again we'll be able to sell you all you want of those juicy, fresh, and tender Kroger Tenderay steaks and roasts. In the meantime, we're doing everything we can to supply you with the best beef that is available.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And now, Hearts in Harmony. Less than 24 hours before he and Penny were to be married, and with only an ill-worded telegram that explains nothing, Steve Parker disappeared from Rossville. And now, 2 days later, there is still no trace of him. Penny is stunned. Her friend Johnny has come to see her, but her brother Pat says,
Gosh, Johnny, I don't know whether or not she'll see you.
She feel that bad, Pat?
What do you think?
Yeah, I guess that was a sort of stupid statement, but I thought maybe...
You could cheer her up?
Oh, maybe not cheer her up, Pat, but I thought... Well, there might be a way to... Well...
Get her mind off of him?
Mm-hmm.
Not a chance, Johnny, not a chance.
Well, I'd still like to try if it's okay with you.
Oh, you know it's all right with me, Johnny. It's Penny I'm thinking about. She's been sitting in a regular fog for 2 days now.
Oh, that's bad.
Bad, it's awful. If I could just get my hands on that guy Parker...
Oh, now, wait a minute, Pat. You don't have to be in love with Parker for what he's done, but I think maybe you ought to give him the benefit of the doubt. Parker'd never do this to Penny without a darn good reason.
You think he had a good reason?
Well, he must have.
What, to get rid of Penny?
Oh, I don't call that a good reason. Anyhow, I don't think that's it at all. There's something else behind this. Something maybe Parker can't help.
Well, you might be right.
Well, I hope I am, anyhow. Say, look, how about letting me see Penny, huh?
Well, I don't know, Johnny. If there's anybody she'd like to see right now, I know it'd be you. But I don't think she wants to see anybody at all.
Well, ask her, will you?
Well, you won't be sore if it doesn't do any good.
Well, no, why should I? I understand.
Okay. I'll go in and see what she says.
Where is she?
Out on the sun porch. Mother got her to get some sun anyhow, as long as she's just going to sit.
Yeah, well, good. I'll wait here. Call me if it's okay.
I will. Penny. Penny.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling any better?
Yeah, I guess so. Pat, is there any word from Steve? Is there any word?
Huh. No, sis, sorry, there isn't.
But there will be soon, won't there?
I'm sure of it.
There must be word soon. Steve wouldn't do this to me, would he?
No, of course not. Oh, say, sis, there's someone here to see you.
Who?
A good friend of yours, Johnny.
Johnny?
Uh-huh. Johnny Keith.
Well, tell him hello, Pat, but I can't see him.
Why not?
I don't feel like it.
Now, how do you know? Why don't you see him first and see if you feel like it then?
No, Pat, I can't.
Oh, come on, be a sport. Johnny won't stay long.
I can't bear even to look at him now.
Why not?
You wouldn't understand.
Look, Penny, give it a try. Can't do any harm. Johnny's a friend of yours. If he sees he's upsetting you, he'll leave. If he isn't and doesn't realize it, tell him so and he'll go.
Do you think I ought to see him?
Sure, sis, or I wouldn't suggest it.
All right. I'll see him for a minute.
Swell. He's right outside. I'll get him.
You aren't going to leave the house, are you?
Heck no. I'll be out on the lawn. If the phone rings, I'll hear it.
Good.
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah.
Penny says she'll see you.
Oh, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Pat.
Don't thank me, thank Penny. I'll be outside.
Okay.
Don't stay too long.
No, I won't.
Swell.
Hi, Penny.
Hello, Johnny.
Say, you're looking more beautiful than ever.
Johnny, don't flatter me with lies. It isn't necessary. I know how I look. I look terrible.
You look sad. You always look especially beautiful when you're sad. That new dress?
Yeah, I think so. Johnny, you don't have to avoid this subject.
I don't intend to avoid it, Penny. In fact, I came here with the idea of talking about it.
Is there much to say?
No. Only, I don't think you should judge Parker too harshly for what he's done.
Johnny, don't try to joke with me. I know you never liked him. Why don't you tell me I told you so?
Because I don't think it'd be fair either to you or to Parker to say I told you so.
Why not? He's run away, hasn't he?
Yes, but do you know why?
Do you?
First answer my question.
No, I don't know why he's disappeared. I didn't know why the last time, and the time before that, and the time before that.
That's exactly it. But you did find out later that each time he disappeared, there was a good reason for it, wasn't there?
I suppose so. But he didn't run away the night before our wedding each time. Johnny, this time there was something not to run away from, I thought. But obviously I thought wrong.
No, Penny, you're wrong now. Give Parker a break. Give him a day or two, or a week maybe, to explain himself.
Johnny, how can he explain this? Why didn't he call me or write me or give me some kind of a hint before it happened?
Well, maybe he had no hint of it himself.
Oh, you think not? Steve usually knows what's going on around him, Johnny. He's not stupid. He has eyes and ears, and he knows how to use them. Nothing could be so serious that it forces him to vanish as he did. Nothing could be that serious, and him not have an inkling of it beforehand.
This might have been a surprise to him, Penny. At least give him credit for common decency.
Johnny, I give him credit for a lot of things. And one of them for making a fool out of me.
Now, wait a minute, Penny, before you condemn him
I'm
completely.
not condemning him, Johnny. His own actions condemn him thoroughly. Look, why are you suddenly defending him? You used to warn me about him. Stay away from Steve Parker, you used to say.
Yeah, I know, but... Well, that was before I got to know him and understand him.
You think you understand him now?
Well, no, not completely. Say, there's your phone.
Pat'll get it.
Well, it might be Parker calling up to explain.
That were only possible. If I could only believe that.
Stopped ringing. I guess Pat answered it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Look, do yourself a favor, Penny. If it is Parker, listen to him. Hear him out before you say anything yourself.
All right.
Good.
Johnny, I can't understand why you feel the way you do.
Penny, it's Jerry Manson on the phone from New York.
Jerry Manson.
Yeah, she says she wants to talk to you about Parker.
She does?
Penny, maybe she knows something. Maybe she knows where he is. Talk to her.
You think I should?
Sure.
So do I, sis. Come on.
All right, Pat.
Johnny and I'll stay out here. Maybe you'll want to be alone when you talk to her.
Yes, I'd like that if you don't mind.
Well, let us know right away, though. If it's good news, will you?
Yes, I'll let you know. Hello?
Hello, Miss Gibbs. How are you?
How am I?
Yes, how are you? I hear something happened, so you couldn't go through with the wedding. My deepest sympathies.
Miss Manson, did you phone me just to say that?
Well, I couldn't think of any better reason to call you. Where's Steve? Or don't you know?
No, I don't know. Does that make you happy?
That makes me almost delirious with joy, Miss Gibbs. But I can't understand why Steve ran out on you unless you aren't as attractive as he once thought.
Miss Manson, I think you're the lowest creature I've ever known. I don't like you, I never have, and I never will, but believe me, if I hated you much more than I do, I'd never do anything like this to you.
No, of course you wouldn't, darling. You're the sweet, simple kind. The kind who always gets left at the church.
Have you finished?
Not quite. I just want you to know how happy I am that Steve realized how wrong it was to marry you. And I want you to know this, too. I don't know where Steve is, and I don't care to know, so long as he's not with you. Happy tears, Miss Gibbs. And next time, don't try to marry someone who doesn't care to marry you.
Oh, Steve. Steve, how could you do this to me?
Penny. Penny.
Yes, Pat.
Penny, It's getting awfully late. Don't you think you ought to go upstairs and go to bed?
No, I'm not sleepy.
But you were asleep on the sofa.
Was I?
Uh-huh. Come on, sis. Cheer up. Everything's going to be all right.
I know that, darling.
Then cheer up.
I will one of these days.
Will you now?
I'll try.
Good. You hungry?
Mm-hmm.
Want to go for a walk, too?
No, I guess not.
Well, come on, let's do something. Just moping won't make you feel better.
I know. I'm trying to snap out of it, but I can't.
Listen. Music make you feel better? I call that one-finger piano of mine music.
I don't know if music can help or not.
Well, see if it does. Try singing.
No, that I can't. It's too big a lump in my throat.
Well, would you play the piano if I did the singing?
I don't know.
Well, come on over and try.
Oh, Dad, it's late.
Never too late for a song. Now, come on. Let's have an introduction.
All right, I'll try.
Say, this is going to be great. Just listen. Who's sorry now? Who's sorry now? Whose heart is aching for breaking each vow? Who's sad and blue? Who's crying too? Just like I cried over you. Right to the end, just like a friend, I tried to warn you somehow. You had your way, now you must pay. I'm glad that you're sorry now. There. Didn't that make you feel better?
Dad, I'm sorry. Thanks for making an effort, but there's so many tears inside of me, all I want to do is cry.
What has happened to Steve Parker? Why did he run out on Penny the night before their wedding? Why couldn't he explain? And why does Johnny defend Steve? Does he know something no one else knows? Be sure to listen to the next dramatic episode of Hearts in Harmony.
You know, ladies, you have one problem nowadays that's really my problem, too. You're anxious to serve your husband and your family top-notch dinners, which was no problem at all when I could supply you with fresh and tender Kroger Tenderay beef. However, now that our world-famous Kroger Tenderay steaks and roasts are so scarce, let me recommend something else I'm sure will please the family. My advice is, serve our Kroger Selected Seafoods. You'll find we have the finest flavored fish and seafood in town. But see for yourself. Drop around to your Kroger store soon and look over our wide variety of fine seafoods with that fresh-caught flavor. When you do, just remember this. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Yes, Kroger's Selected Seafood is guaranteed to satisfy. Plan right now to pay us a visit, won't you?